Hey, what's up? So I looked around for some extension methods that other people have written that they find useful, and typically the extension methods were generic or sorting based methods that were pretty specific to projects. So I did not include them in this class here. It's just pretty much all my methods that I've used. And they're very simple, easy to understand, so I'm going to present them to you. So here is cap first letter. And this capitalizes the first letter of a string. You may want to use that sometime. I don't really recall a situation where I used it, but I'm sure I did. And here is change brightness. This will adjust the brightness of a color and yield the new color. It'll return the new color. So I adjust the color by a specified factor. I apply this to the RGB values of the original color. You can do a percentage if you wish. And here is adjust size. You can't adjust the size of a font by assigning to its size property. So I wrote this extension method to adjust the size. I used this extension method in C# function finder, I do believe, just to zoom in and out on the font here, because it is adjusting the size by adding or appending to the original size. Okay, and this is a method to divide a time span value, and I would do this by getting the ticks of a time span, of the original time span, and dividing it by the factor. It's very simple. And here is get width, and this is going to get the width of a specified string with a specified font. So all you have to do is pass in the font to the method, and it will yield the width of a string as a float in pixels. And this method here checks to see if a file name is safe, or if a string is file name safe. And I do this by iterating through all of the characters in the string and then checking them against these characters here, which are reserved. Okay, and this is even, and is even will check to see if a number is odd or even. It's good if you're like toggling stuff, and in certain animation situations you would want to use this. And here is set default quality and set highest quality. So this is going to adjust the quality of a graphics object. So you can just max out the graphics object quality, or you can set it to its defaults. And here is show message. So this is when you're doing like really quick and greasy exception handling, and you're basically showing the exception message to the user in the message box. So it's got the basic error message set up, and I'm just showing the exception message. And here is toInt32. That's going to convert it's going to parse a string to an integer. And if it fails, then it's just going to return 0. In certain situations, you may want to yield -1 if you're parsing positive numbers only. And if so, then just make sure that you document it. And this is a pretty funky extension method here, write to output, and this is going to allow you to write an object to the debug window or whatever very quickly, and I'm going to show you that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print the size of the form to the debug console, or the debug window. And the method is there, write to output, writes an object to the output window. And you might want to give it a caption, so I can say size of form. And we'll run the application and go to output, and there it is, size of form. It automatically inserts the colon or whatever it is, and then it converts the passed in object to string, and that's the value that will be displayed. And that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.